It's the most haunting cry in the Bible. As Jesus hangs on the cross in his final moments, he lifts his voice and shouts, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Matthew 27:46. Why would the Son of God, perfect, sinless, divine, feel abandoned by his Father? Was he in despair? Was the Trinity broken? Was God really gone? Let's look deeper. Because what sounds like a cry of hopelessness is actually a cry packed with meaning, prophecy, and redemption. Jesus is quoting the very first line of Psalm 22. My God, why have you forsaken me?" Every devout Jew standing at the cross would have recognized it immediately. Psalm 22 is not just a lament. It's a prophetic song written centuries earlier by David, and it describes in astonishing detail the suffering of the Messiah. Listen to these lines from Psalm 22. They pierce my hands and my feet. They divide my garments among them. All who see me mock me. My tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth. I am poured out like water. Sound familiar? Jesus wasn't just crying out in pain. He was pointing them, and us, back to a prophecy. Psalm 22 starts in agony, but it ends in victory. I will declare your name to my people. Future generations will be told about the Lord. They will proclaim his righteousness to a people yet unborn. In other words, it may look like death and defeat, but something greater is happening. Jesus is stepping into the full weight of human suffering, not just physical pain, but the spiritual sense of separation from God. He becomes sin, as Paul says in 2 Corinthians 5:21, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. The Father didn't abandon Jesus in anger. Jesus willingly entered the depths of our darkness, so you and I would never have to be alone again. The cry of forsakenness wasn't the end of the story. It was the beginning of our salvation. And just like Psalm 22 ends in praise, the cross leads to resurrection. So the next time you feel abandoned, forgotten, or lost, remember, Jesus walked that road first. He cried your cry, he bore your burden, and he turned it into hope. Because even on the cross, even in silence, God was still speaking.